started so simply. I had just finished my usual morning routine of nude funkercise, fired up the Barca-Lounger, grabbed a quick bite to eat, and prepared to watch some serious tube. Little did I know, my snack was sent by Rez.
Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play. This time around, it is Gex for the Sony PlayStation 1. The game also came out on Sega Saturn and the 3DO. As a matter of fact, it was a pack-in game for the 3DO. But I'm going to be using the PlayStation 1 version for this Let's Play. Going to go to options real quick, and I'm pressing X because if I press start, I start the game immediately. Figure that one out. Show off the controls a little bit here. Pressing square lets you lash your tongue out and also use your Firefly power-ups. More on those later. Tail Whip lets you attack enemies. You do that with the circle button. That is your main mode of attacking. You press X to jump. That's pretty obvious. And you hold L1 to run. It may seem a little awkward at first, but you do get used to it. And in all versions of the game, you kind of use a left shoulder button to dash. And if you're wondering why Gex is talking in the background, it's because there's a bunch of voice samples in the game by comedian Dana Gould. Like there, you probably just heard it. Expect to hear him a lot throughout the game. And there is a password system. If you're playing on 3DO, the game uses battery backup, basically. You actually save your game rather than using a password, which I find kind of weird, especially for the PlayStation 1 version, because PlayStation 1 had memory cards. And I know that Sega Saturn had internal memory, but I guess they just didn't know how to utilize it or something. But anyway, we can press X or start on start, or we can press start anywhere.
Let's get it on!
And we can start the game. So we're Gex. We're in the dome. We are stuck in the media dimension thanks to Rez. And we gotta get out in order to get back home, or else we're pretty much gotta be a network mascot forever. I guess. To enter a level, stand in front of the working TV and press the X button. There's only one working TV, and we're standing right in front of it. You can use a control pad to move around on the overworld map, but, well, there's only one place we can go, so the graveyard it is, or the cemetery as the game wants to call it. And we have only one TV that we can go to. We might as well go ahead and go to it because we don't really have much of a choice of where we can go when we start the game. I do like the appearance of the overworld screen. You got like a big mausoleum right there with slime coming out of it, making a slime river. You got a small mausoleum near you. There's quite a few mausoleums. And the first stage of the game, Frankie and Helly, we gotta find a remote.
This reminds me of my last few dates.
And if you don't press any buttons when the stage starts, you get to hear Gex say something. He also does that if you leave the screen idle and unpaused. And by tail whipping this TV, we get a hint. Not a TV, but a question mark. Wow, I'm getting confused already. Find level remote controls to turn on new level TVs. That is the aim of all these stages. And that was an enemy. Of course, we had to tail whip it. And apparently there were golden flies behind that wall. Golden flies are kind of like coins. If you collect 100, you get a 1-up. You're going to be getting a lot of lives in this game, trust me. Tail Whip Power Balls for 1 health point, or eat them for special power-ups. The one below us is the Centipede. That little teal-colored ball with what looks like a worm on it. That's really a centipede, and if you eat it, super speed. Almost ran right into that enemy, too. And you're probably wondering how I'm getting on walls. Press up when you're near a wall, when you leap into a wall, and you can use the control pad to start climbing. And just climb around. Pretty nice. Did I hit this one already? Hold down the run button to get extra speed. Yeah, that's how he pretty much got to the left there. And while those guillotines are not insta-kill, they do hurt you. So don't let them hit you. This is a ladybug. If you eat it, you refill all your health, though you probably couldn't tell because I had no hits lost. Those spikes down there are not insta-kill, but they do hurt you anyway. And do want to get down here for a portal. Now, if you see a portal open up out of nowhere, stand in front of it and press up. Be sure you're centered. And then you'll end up on the other side. Some of them will take you to areas like this, or to other areas of the level that you can't normally get to. Other times they'll take you to bonus areas. And if I can get up there, that'd be great. You know what? I'll just take that damage. This is a purple ball with a butterfly on it. Eating it gives you an extra life. You want it. And there's another butterfly over here, so let's go ahead and eat that too.
Hey, Don King.
No, Gex, that's not Don King. Anyway, I'm going to go to the left as soon as I come out of that portal there, because I've missed some stuff. Tail Whip cameras to take a snapshot of your progress. If you die, you can start over from there. Of course, if you lose all your lives, they're not going to make much of a difference. And we got these TV enemies. When you hit them, you can't really see because it's blocked by the gravestone, but they count down from 5, and once they hit 0, they explode. The explosion can damage you, but they can also defeat enemies as well. So you also want to keep that in mind. And I do want to get up here as well, and you can either tail whip this or eat it, this little white ball with a Gex hand on it. That refills one of your hits. Forgot to mention the HUD. From left to right, you got your score, your lives, the amount of golden flags in your possession, and the amount of health you have. Take one hit, and one of those Gex paws will become clear. If they all become clear, you lose a life. You lose all your lives, it's game over. There are no continues, but then again, there are plenty of extra lives to get throughout the game. So, you really shouldn't have to worry about that. Oh. Apparently you can just move right into the wall. You don't really have to press up. You can just keep holding forward. Very well then. I knew you had to move into them somehow. I just didn't know you could just move straight forward. It's been a while since I played this game. I played this game a lot as a kid. I had the Saturn version and not the PlayStation version, but there's not really much of a difference between the 3 versions. Though I think the Saturn version looks a little more zoomed out, or zoomed in rather. Judging from what... Yeah, I've already been in here. Judging from what I can gather, everything's just a tad bit smaller on the PlayStation, but I don't mind it at all. And if I hold up and left before jumping off, I can just clear those spikes, and we can get up here. You do want to get up here. Oh, and speaking of movement, you can... you can use left and right to move left and right. Holding L1 lets you dash in those directions. You can look up. You can press up to look up. And you can press down to crouch. But if you look up, the game's camera doesn't automatically scroll up, so you don't have the luxury of being able to look up and down for hazards in this game, sadly. Might as well go ahead and mention that since I'm mentioning the most basic of movement. And now we are finally down here. And if I can stay low to the wall and hold right before I jump, we reach this portal. This is a very interesting portal. Remember where this is because bonus.
It's bonus time.
Use the skulls to kill Frankie. What you gotta do, get up to the closest stump, tail whip the skulls into the enemies. And thankfully I was able to get the timing down just right. Good. There are 10 of these guys in all. And if you can take down all 10 of them before the timer in the lower right-hand corner goes to 0, you not only get 6 1-ups, but you also get a piece of a hidden remote. Now, you can actually go back to the bonus stage in other levels, but you won't be able to do it here. Once you go through this portal, regardless of whether or not you win and get the remote, that portal closes for good. So if you want to get that remote again, or try to get that piece of the remote again, you will have to dive and come back to where that portal was to re-enter it. And the bonus stages can get pretty nasty. Now, you can actually see the bonus level multiple times in a world. There's one portal in each level where you can access the bonus stages. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to find all those bonus stage portals, but if you can complete the bonus stage at least once, you can get the remote. After you complete it the one time, you can still go to it in other levels and get 1-ups from there. You just won't get other pieces of the remote. So once you complete it once, that's all you really need to do as far as the bonus stages are concerned. But if you want to get go back to the bonus stages to get the lives you can. Anyway, pull down while jumping to bounce on enemies or blocks. Hold the jump button and push up afterwards for super spring. Trying to make sure I don't go too fast. There's a ladybug, let's eat that. Jump and push up to stick to wall surfaces. Just press up when you're in front of a wall in the background like that and you can go there. Shouldn't be too hard. And I don't think I really missed very much, though I will go back. Okay. Well, at least the lives respawn, so we got that going for us. I don't think... Yeah, we haven't missed much. And even though I let go of the run button, I was able to do another running jump again as soon as I hit the ground. The game is kind of weird with your momentum like that. And if I can actually do this right... I thought maybe the explosion would kill the Frankenstein monster there, but... Or Frankenstein lizard, rather, but sadly that didn't seem to work. And no, you can't get up there. There's nothing up there past those spikes. We picked up a remote near where we came out, or in and out of the bonus level. We're going to need that very, very soon. And after we get past this instant death water, we see the exit. Stand in front of the exit TV and press up on the control pad to exit the level, and we get a bunch of points. We get a world-specific animation,
Kill your TV, man.
followed by Gex saying something, and then he runs off. We get points for all the health we have, as well as any power-ups that we picked up and managed to keep on the way to the exit. So now that we have a remote, all we need to do is to press select in order to start turning on a TV. If you've completed a level, the picture will be nothing but static, but you can return to past levels if you want, just so you can get extra lives, remote pieces, what have you.
Like the slime boys. Nice touch.
Use the D-pad to choose a remote and press the X button to use it. If it belongs to a TV in this world, the TV will turn on. So let's go ahead and press X on this remote. And we got another level that we can do. I'm going to be doing 2 levels per video. This may give me long videos, this may give me short ones, who knows.
This reminds me of my last few dates.
And this is where we get introduced to the stumps that spit out the skulls proper. Believe it or not, just like in the bonus areas, if I could do it, you can actually send the skulls into the enemies. Now, in case you send them off from like a very high height, you can actually have them go very, very far. And if you manage to tail whip off that TV by holding down and hitting that TV from up top, you actually can get some extra golden flies. And there's a new enemy there, a little chainsaw slasher who will come towards you, like Jason from the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and slash at you with his chainsaw. Still a pretty easy enemy regardless. And this orange thing here is a flea. You eat it, you refill all your health, and you get 1 hit point added to your maximum health. And this red one is a red firefly. We now have a little spinning icon there in the upper right hand corner where our health is. And if we use the tongue lash button, same button we used to eat in the first place, we can spit out fireballs. The firefly power-ups also act as extra hits. So in case you get hit, instead of losing one of your gecko paws, you lose the power-up instead. That can be a godsend, but it can also be a burden too. And if I can get up here, yes! You have to be lucky on getting those things to spawn. But if you can get them to like be away from each other, you can tail whip off the top of them, or tail bounce rather, and get up to this platform. Here's an extra life, here's some golden flies, you can't reach this place otherwise, and we go up here to the right, and into this portal, you get another bonus portal. Now we've already gotten the remote piece, so we don't have to worry about that. But we can still kill off some Frankies to get some extra lives. The better you do, the more you get. I still want to get the 10 out of 10 score so I can get the 6 extra lives. And I'm still able to do it. So you got the amount of enemies or things that you've collected or destroyed or whatnot in the lower left, and you got the timer in the lower right. And just like that, we got 6 more extra lives. When we come back, that extra life that we picked up before going in the portal will respawn. The game is very generous with extra lives. Also, the golden flies respawn. How about that? But yeah, we can now finally go over here. Don't want to go over there yet. Well, actually, you know what? That's alright. Again, these things respawn. And I can now have 5 hit points instead of 4. So that wasn't a total loss. I do want to take out the enemies here, and when they get burned to a crisp, that animates pretty nicely, actually. Now you want to be careful over here, so that way the Frankenstein mother doesn't fall on you, and I still hit that regardless. Oh well. I'll get plenty of power-up points. Points aren't really that necessary anyway, but I really would have liked to keep that Firefly power-up. By the way, these cameras I'm hitting, they're actually changing the scenery around a little bit. It's letting me get around and also get to these areas that I couldn't normally get to. I mean, without hitting that camera near the extra life, I wouldn't be able to, well, go down here. I'm pretty sure there is a way to get everything to the right, but I haven't figured it out. For now, though, I'm just going to go over here. And I'm going to drop down here, too. And I'm going to wait for this guy to turn around. And I can do this. Now I want to get on the platform here. Use the coffin there as a trampoline. And then, why? I am not doing so well here. Then I can go ahead and take care of some more enemies. Oh, by the way, those tombstones, those are basically breakaway floors, and if you're caught above them when they fall down, you will be falling with them. And you definitely didn't want to fall there because that water is, of course, instant death. You fall in there, you're losing a life no matter what. And it's a good thing I timed that. Might as well go ahead and hit the camera now. First... Okay. Another power-up. This is the... I believe the caterpillar. The white one with the worm. This one gives you invincibility that lets you destroy enemies just by touching them. It only lasts for a limited time, though, so you do want to be careful. And here's another firefly, or another red firefly. You can actually stack multiple fireflies. And the game remembers the order in which you pick them up. So if you picked up a red one first, and then you picked up like a blue or a yellow one afterwards, like the power-up will switch to the last one you picked up, but it still remembers that you picked one up before that. So if I am currently using a blue one, and I get hit, and I picked up a red one before I hit the blue one, it'll switch me back to the red one when I get hit. It pretty much switches to the ones that you have in the order you picked them up in. And I do want to get up there to get that extra life. And doing really well so far in terms of lives. Another extra firefly. Well, we're going to get power-ups for days in this level. I hope I didn't miss the remote. I think it's near the end. It is near the end. You will have to use this raft to get around. Try not to die while you're on it. And this thing will sink at the end, so you want to get off immediately once you reach the end. Ow. That was terrible. But if you do somehow manage to get over here, you can pick up 2 1-ups. I'd say that was worth it. And we are now at the exit. A lot of health, a lot of power-ups. Amazingly, you don't get credit for the fireflies. Huh.
Reminds me of Ed tapping his birthday pig.
But we are now done with the first 2 levels of the cemetery. We've got another one that we will be going to in the next video. So join me next time where I take on 2 more levels of the cemetery and see where they lead us to further in the media dimension. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!